Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. Got a big show lined up, a couple of special guests here in the studio. But first, let's take a look at our weather. Brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning. Drew Pollard and hard-working crew taking care of our comfort needs. Looking at another comfortable day. It's going to be a high of 77, low of 68. And I want to take a look at these water temperatures again because I've been on them the last couple of days. But understand my background. We started, at 60, work our way up to 65. Then we're really around February and March, we start creeping towards 68. From 65 to 68, it's been just a daily. When 68, that's when the magic number, the old timers talked about it, or the third fog in March. Well, we were at 65 last week. Then you saw the last two mornings. I actually went back and circled these because it jumped from 65 to 70. And I asked Gail, I said, I told you yesterday, did you get the right temperature at the end of the period? It never jumped 5 degrees over the weekend. So here's what happened. Okay, here's the water temperature, 70.7 right there. Okay, that was February 28th. This is yesterday, 71.1. See, I got them circled right there. Gail does my outline every morning, and I just had to circle them because it's just hard to believe. Well, the temperature this morning, 71.6. It's closer to 72 than it has been since the last October. It's really fascinating. So this water temperature, the Spanish are in. We're going to talk about it tomorrow on our fishing report. Let's move along. Our river readings brought to us by our famous folks that do so much for us, and we're going to get back with them in March. But right now, we're going to just look at the Choctawhatchee, Carabelle, Flat, and the Apalachicola at Brunstown is reading right now. It's reading a 6.8, 6.4, and the Choctawhatchee 5.7. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Good tide today, looking at a low tide at 5:21 this morning and a high tide at 7:21 tonight. Okay, let's take our break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back and welcome to our guest this morning, familiar face, Braden Harris. He was on last week. Welcome, Braden.
Thank you, Coach.
AJ Watson?
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning. How you doing, sir?
We're glad to have you, and we're looking at a logo right here. Check this out, the Emerald Coast Redfish Circuit right here on the screen, and I like that logo. So that's what we're here to talk about, and these guys are very instrumental in it. First of all, tell us a little bit about where it started from. Over, you said in Navarre a while back?
I believe it originated in Navarre.
Yeah.
Probably about 15 years ago or so, a lot of anglers got together and started a club over there to get a tournament series going because there wasn't all these big Florida Pro. Big thing back then, I think, was Alberta's and the IFA. Okay. So they brought one local, and then a lot of guys you see today, the Fred Meyers, the Weirs, the etc. Most of them started with the ECRC and worked their way up.
That was the original tournament started here, and he made a good point. The root of and these guys started tournament fishing with that group.
Yes, sir.
And I'm so proud of y'all kept it going. And it just what it does, it covers the Panhandle so well. Let's look at the schedule right here. We'll look at it again later on. But we're in Panama City, Navarre, Panacea, Apalachicola, Pensacola. I mean, you're all over the place from now through October. That's right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tell us a little bit more about it, Braden.
The schedule sets up real nice this year. Of course, we like fishing here in Panama City, but it gives us an opportunity to go, places like Navarre and Pensacola, and a new one for us this year, Panacea, and fish some new water and unfamiliar water to us. I mean, I've been fishing it 3 years now, and Navarre is still unfamiliar to me, but it's fun. It's a challenge to go over there and try to compete.
Well, that's the challenge of it. First of all, it's open to anyone that joins up, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody wants to fish.
That's the thing about it. Even though you may be a rookie and just moving into something, you'll learn a lot from these guys. Think about people like these guys, they're willing to help you. I mean, they talk a lot, and y'all are willing to help.
Absolutely.
100%.
I've seen them do it, and I know them. I know how they do it. So I know y'all do different roles. What's your role in it?
This year, I have become acting president for the
President.
club. Yes, sir.
President AJ.
Yes,
I like
sir.
that. It got a ring to it.
Yeah, I like it too.
Okay, what's your responsibility? Just get them all.
The responsibilities behind are going to be setting the schedule, hosting the tournament, setting up the tournament, getting people in place. Like Braden here is going to do Weightmaster, make sure we got Weightmaster, and then I brought in a couple guys behind the scenes. So if there comes to infractions, questions, concerns, it's not just me. It's a odd number for a majority vote of which way we lean for it to keep it fair. Try to bring to the club. Working on social media. I'm finding someone to help come in with social media, but it's running and keeping the club going and trying to answer questions and get people involved and sponsors involved and keep it a good time and a family fun time. It's competitive to an extent, but it's also fun. You got people from never fished before to the guys who won IFAs out there and everything in between, and we're all out there to have a good time and fish.
And that's the attitude they have, and that's what it's about. I know you have some families out there, and I know some of the guys and their kids fishing. I've seen that before.
Right, yeah.
And I know that's a lot of fun. And Braden, you've been a Weightmaster now for how long?
I started last year.
Last year, I saw you working there last year.
Yeah.
How do you like that?
It's fun.
Tell us, I tell you what, you fish it and then you become a Weightmaster, right? So you do both roles.
Yep.
You don't put in a lead in yours anymore.
No.
We used to joke about that, and then somebody did that a while back.
Yeah, somebody did it up north.
We couldn't believe it.
That was wild.
I had to show it. It used to always be just a standing joke, and lo and behold, somebody did it.
Yeah, they really did it too.
So with our first one, and locally be not this coming weekend, but next weekend at Porter Park and then Haven.
Next Saturday out of the Bailey Bridge, first tournament of the year. We usually get a pretty good turnout, but I mean, I hope people aren't intimidated to come fish.
Yeah, that's a good point. Brady got a good point. Don't be intimidated. Just come join the fun, and you're not out there to win the first time, but you're out there to sort of learn some things, and they'll tell you some places to go, and they'll show you some things to fish with. It's not complicated. You gotta stay after it.
Yes, sir.
It's fishing. It's tournament fishing, and some folks just really enjoy that. So we're going to encourage you to do it. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with our guest. Okay, welcome back. Sitting here talking about the Emerald Coast Redfish Circuit, the tournaments they're having, and just a good group of guys putting together. And you know them, this is local here on the Emerald Coast from Panhandle to Pensacola. We've got some pictures that were sent last night, so we're just going to go through these pictures and take a look at these. So tell us about, I like the guys in the back. He's my kind of guy. So tell us about him.
That's Mr. Bill holding the fish and Mr. Jeff back there having some fun with them. After every time you catch a fish away, and we take pictures, put on social media and website. And
okay.
Jeff having a little fun with them.
All right.
This was from the championship in 2020. It's back when I fished with Trevor Taylor and we won it. That's just some of the prizes you get from, I believe, the Hydro Waves or a Team of the Year prize. Like I think we had second place Team of the Year that year.
Cool.
And just some stuff from the championship that TH Marine donates.
All right. Here you are doing some work, or some of them, the Weightmasters?
Yep, that's weighing some fish for the championship last year.
Okay, that's what.
That's out of Navarre. My wife fished with me last year for the first year, so
good.
Want to get her up there holding the fish and see that females, males, young, old, it doesn't matter.
That's
all
awesome.
Come out and have a good time.
That's great. All right, that's old Fred.
Mr. Fred and Mr. Carter coming out there and putting on a clinic for us, teaching us all how to catch the good ones.
Is this over toward Callaway?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
that's over there,
Callaway
Callaway.
program.
Yes, sir. That's
recognize
correct.
it. I was there on that one last year. Yeah.
Some of the plaques you win through the year, Team of the Year, Championships, first place. I believe that was a Team of the Year plaque from this last year. And then Academy came into town last year and wanted to help us out. So they donated, and we had their banner up for them with some pictures.
Academy Sports and Outdoors, one of our big sponsors of outdoor activities.
It's the Ifrids. That was our August tournament last year. That was out of Carl Gray.
Okay.
I believe did they win that one? Or?
Second or third.
Second or third.
Yeah, because Fred and Bo.
Yeah, that's
The
right.
Ifer brothers, now they fish a lot, and they're in these tournaments, and they just
Oh, yeah.
they're so consistent.
Very
They are.
consistent.
They're very consistent. They're very good anglers.
I call them Mr. Consistency because every time I go to tournaments and all, they're up there.
They are.
Top three.
Always bring a solid weight.
Good guys, solid guys.
They're fun to fish around.
Yep.
Some of the guys playing in the morning, he forgot his little life jackets, the inflatables. So he was showing us how he had to wear his big orange one that they had in the boat, and he was having fun dancing and showing us his life jackets because they forgot their inflatables.
And you have the light show to go along with it.
Yes, sir.
All right.
That was last year at the championship. Joe showing off some of the prizes we got for, I think we got third place team of the year last year. And we got a Hydro Wave and some other goodies from TH Marine.
Cool.
Just championship picture, weigh in at championship. Just another picture with the fish.
All right. That's a lot of East Bay stuff right there.
Yes, sir.
All right. What we got here?
That was me and Joe last year at the championship.
All right. Got one or two more.
That was me and Joe at the August tournament.
All right.
And there's Bill and Keith having some fun. Keith is going to take over on photography this year, and he likes to get the camera and take about 9,000 pictures throughout the day, from him cheesing in the lens to bunny ears to whatever. He's just having a good time, and
That's
we love
funny.
it.
I remember this is funny. This talking about doing family things and all those. Tell us about this.
This right here, Mr. Bubba, Mr. Bo came in second at the championship last year, and to get the picture, brought his girls up there to get involved with the picture, and you can get the kids in there, whoever, and they enjoy it. Waiting for them girls to come out and show us how to catch them.
I'm telling you, those two girls are going to be fisher ladies. I've been watching them, and when they came in, boy, they ran down to the boat. They wanted to see their daddy.
Yes,
And,
sir.
they do a great job.
That's Mr. Fred, Mr. Carter at the weigh-in, just verifying Brady's being gentle with their fish.
Look, I just noticed in the right-hand corner with a camera there.
Yeah, look at that. You found it. You found
yeah,
a little Easter
there
egg
you
in
are.
there.
There you go. We're going to talk about being a weighmaster. You've got to be exact on this. I mean, you can't. Let's talk about that.
So,
Being a weighmaster.
so some of our procedures is first we measure the fish and we use a check-it stick on the slant board, and we'll use the tail pincher, and it's got to be below 27. And if it's not, if we're going to put it on there with the back to the top of the board, and if it doesn't, if it goes a little over 27, we'll try to flip the fish over and measure that way. And obviously, if it doesn't measure below 27, it's got to be bumped. And if it clears,
Yeah.
we zero the scale out. AJ's there to help me with the scale. We make sure it's zeroed out and weigh one fish at a time, and we add up the weights.
You take your time doing it. You make sure it's exact and all. I know a lot of guys fishing, most of them, and they're not going to illegally try to bring something in, but I know sometimes it gets close.
Sometimes, yeah.
And you're the same way. You know that's going to be close, so.
Yeah, and it's no big deal if it goes over. It's not a death sentence or anything.
Well,
Because
the fish will tighten up or relax, and you'll
Right.
gain a quarter-inch difference from when you caught it to
Good
relaxing
point.
live well, or vice versa. So it might
Exactly.
be 26 and 7/8 when you catch it, and 27 and 1/8 when you throw it on the board.
Good point.
So pick it up, but with it as well, he does slide the tail pincher to 26. If he has
That's
to
right.
slide it, it
Yep.
stops at 26 for everybody. Takes his hands off, shows where the fish is, sitting there relaxed. And then on the weight, watching, whatever he calls, that's it.
Yeah.
But if you feel there is an issue or concern or that with it, you can come talk to me afterwards and ask. We'll look
Yeah.
at it. But it's ultimately his discretion. He's the one running it. It's his weigh station.
Yeah.
yeah, and I try to wait until it locks out at a number and a very consistent number, and they're standing there watching with me. If they have any concerns, that's
Yeah.
I'd want them to voice it. And but no, it's a good time, and you're going to try to bring in, if you got one that's close to 27 and you want to win it,
Yeah.
you're going to try to bring it in. I've been on that side of things. A lot of people have, I've been fortunate enough not to have one go over yet, but it'll happen. You fish enough, it happens.
Well, I'm proud of you, Braden, for at your age, taking on responsibility of doing what you're doing. A lot of young men your age just want to go out and do fish and all, but you're helping out a lot. So I'm
Yes, sir.
proud of you for doing that. Let's take our final break and we'll be right back. Okay, sitting here with Braden Harris, AJ Watson, Emerald Coast Redfish, and we're going to talk about some tips, some redfish tips in a second. But first, let's take a look at our times today brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. We're looking at 7:22 to 9:22 this morning, and this evening 7:47 to 9:47. AJ, you wanted to give a shout out to some sponsors to help promote this.
Oh, 100%. TH Marine usually does about $4,000 worth of giveaways. During the tournament, we got Sun Jammers and Salty Swagger who are doing some Yetis, possibly some shirts. We got A&D Repairs that are throwing down. We're also in talk with Lithium Pros. They're looking working with Kistler. Rods is looking at donating some rods again. So if it wasn't for them, it'd be a lot harder with prizes because we're 100% payback. But at $80 buy-in and $25 membership, by the time the tournament comes, it's not a whole lot there, but you didn't pay a whole lot to do it. They help throw in and give a little bit more stuff for the people.
That's great. Let's take a look at the schedule one more time, then we're going to get some redfish tips. Here we go right here. The Emerald Coast Redfish Circuit next Saturday at Leslie Porter Park. That's up at the Bailey Bridge in Lynn Haven. And then again in April, it's going to be at Carl Gray Park here locally. And then on July 15th over there at John Core Park in Callaway. And then down in Apalachicola. All right, so in the championship's October 14th, and you don't know yet we're going to do that, do you?
We're going to surprise them at the end of the year. We're going to be somewhere we haven't fished all year, so it makes it even playing ground when you're coming up, and people ain't been over there for a month beating it up.
So you do like a point system throughout?
We do a team of the year point system, so wherever you place, it starts at 100 and comes down per your place, and then there is a 10-point penalty on it. If you don't weigh, you get 10 points less than the lowest weight team. But your combined points at the end of the year, you're fishing for team of the year, which in the past has been an Atlas jack plate or a lithium battery, or it's something big worth a lot of money.
That's cool.
Plus, we usually throw a little extra cash, and we do top 5 on team of the year. Most places do just one team of the year. That's it. We do 5. We're trying to get everybody out there, have some fun.
That. Good deal.
And we also allow 2 drops. So your kids got a basketball game this weekend, or somebody's birthday, or
so you allow 2. Good deal.
So you allow 2 drops to miss, and they don't hurt you. It doesn't hurt your scores. Everybody has 2 drops in you, 2 low scores. Everybody has it.
That tournament over the years has really developed, and a lot of thought's been put into it. I really like it. We're going to keep up y'all here on Panhandle Outdoors and see what's going on, and we'll try to get some of these. Try to go to weigh-ins. But right now, let's look at just some fishing, basic redfish tips for the outdoors who just want to get into red fishing. So what is just some basic things? I know you want to find a redfish, and you brought up something a while ago during the break. Each body of water from Navarre to Apalachicola, you got different kinds of water.
You got different water, need different techniques, and the clearer the water, the spookier the fish are. So most of us are throwing between a 7 and 7/6 rod with 10 to 20 pound braid on it because you can cast farther. Because you get the clear water, Panama City, Navarre, Pensacola. If you try to get from me to that pole to that red, they already know you're there. They feel your boat presence. They're not gonna. You're trying to pick them off out there. Some guys have one of them casting platforms and try to see them off in the distance, but it's lightweight and catching them before they know you're there. Boat presence is big.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yes, sir.
So I'm real big on power fishing myself. And I like trying to cover as much water as possible if I'm looking for fish. So I like to throw a 7 to 7/6 rod, medium rod on a 3,000 size reel. 10-pound braid to 15 to 20-pound leader, and I'm throwing a spoon a lot of times because you can get a spoon out there pretty good ways. That or you can throw, a 3 to 4 inch paddle tail on a jig head, just retrieve it. The top water is a good option too, early morning or if all throughout the day really, as long as they're eating. It's an option to get a reaction bite, or sometimes they'll just key in on that top water better. And You know, those
One
are,
thing, y'all move around a lot too. You don't sit.
Yeah.
How long do y'all stay in one place if you're not by?
If I know fish come through that area, I've pulled down on area 6 hours during a tournament because I know they're coming.
You know they're gonna come.
I know they're gonna come.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on the tide to move in, right? I know, but if you don't know, like he said, I'd set the trolling motor about 2.5 because once you start getting real high, by the time you get to the fish, you're already going past them. And once you know they're there, and if you change the trolling motor, the noise change, the fish will just. So we usually run about 2.5 and 3 and just mosey down the coast, like he said, straight retrieving a paddle tail, a Z-Man, a assassin, something, or chunking a gold spoon, a quarter, half-ounce gold spoon, and just keeping it right off the bottom, just constant reel.
And here's another tip too. Like you said, that trolling motor, I try to get on a wind-blown bank if I can help it, get the wind at my back, and I try to, you know, keep the trolling motor turned off as long as I can. You know, if I got to steer, you know, you steer, but the less noise, trolling motor noise, the better. You know, because fish can feel your presence with that trolling motor and hear you. So yeah, that's big. Power poles on a boat are huge to help you stay in one spot and not drift all around. If you don't have the, you know, the big anchors that make the power pole spikes too. I had one of those, still got one for years, and they work.
I used to have a stick.
Yeah.
Mount the pole holder in the back of the boat with the stick. And
Yeah.
stick it in the mud.
And it's real quiet. Well, fellas, we about to wrap it up. Y'all covered a lot.
Yes, sir.
Trying. I appreciate having us up here and
We
talk about
appreciate
it
it,
and put
Coach.
us out here. Thank
We're
you,
glad to
Coach.
promote it, and we appreciate y'all doing it. And we looking forward to seeing some of the weigh-ins. And who knows, I may fish it one day.
I hope.
Come on, Coach.
Come on
Get some
out
time
there.
to do it. Thank y'all so much.
Hey,
Thank you, Coach.
Folks, we appreciate y'all watching our show, Panhandle Outdoors. We appreciate your viewership. We always ask you to do something good today for your fellow man. You have a great day. Enjoy the outdoors and take care of it. God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.